Now that we are aware of the ultrastructure of the flagella, or we may say cilia, both flagella and cilia, we are quite aware of their structure. We have a similar ultrastructure of another organelle which is exclusive to the animal cells. Now, which is that organelle? That is a centrosome. Now, when I talk about centrosome, it is not of much importance normally when the cell is during its growth stage. It is important when the cell has to undergo division. And which cell I am talking about? I am talking about animal cell, because plant cells are not having a centrosome. So, the first thing is plant cells do not have centrosomes. I am saying that we are going to discuss centriole, but the term over here is centrosome. So, what is a centrosome? First of all, centrosome is having two centrioles present inside it. So, the centrosome is that part of the cell which has the centrioles inside it, which are arranged perpendicularly to each other. As you can see over here, if supposedly this is one centriole, the other would be perpendicular to the other one, and the first one rather, and it would be present inside a pericentriolar space, and that pericentriolar space along with the two centrioles would form a centrosome. I am repeating it again, that a centrosome, firstly it is exclusive to animal cells. A centrosome includes of a pericentriolar space inside which there is present two centrioles which are arranged perpendicular to each other. Now, as I told you before, in the beginning, when the cell is in its growth stage, this organelle is of not much importance, and whenever I am saying cell, over here I am referring to the animal cell, not rest of the eukaryotic cells I am talking about. Now, the centrosome is going to have centrioles present inside it, and what is the function of this centrosome? When I say that it is required during the cell division, that means it has something to do with different stages of the mitotic phase of cell division. And what is that function? That is production of spindle fibers which move the chromosomes during the cell division. Now, those of you who are aware of what mitosis and meiosis is all about, you know that it is about chromosome separation. Those of you who do not know it, for now they can just remember it, and when we study mitosis and meiosis, you can get very well aware of that what was the function that we had this centrosome in this cell. In the case of plant cells, the centrosome is not present, so there is something else which takes over the function of the spindle formation, because spindle formation is very, very important for the separation of chromosomes, and if the chromosomes are not separated, then the division process is not completed. So, we have the centrioles which would produce the spindle fibers. During the cell division, duplication of centrioles takes place, and one pair of centrosome goes to one side, centrioles rather, and the other centrosome goes to the other side. Now, what we are concerned from our point of view of syllabus is the ultrastructure of this centrosome. Why the ultrastructure is important? Because we have seen in the case of ultrastructure of flagella that it was formed of microtubules, and tubulin was very, very important for that. In case of centrioles also, it is going to be formed of microtubules only. The only difference is that there is a different arrangement. Like we had 9+2 arrangement in the case of flagella and cilia. Over here we are going to have 9+0. Second thing is that in the case of flagella we had 9 microtubule doublets. Over here we are going to find 9 microtubule triplets. So, this is the centrosome. I am going to take one by one. We have discussed it already. Just a review of what we have studied till now. First of all, what is a centrosome? It is exclusive to the animal cells. It is made up of two perpendicular cylinders which are arranged at 90 degree, and they are called centrioles, and its ultrastructure we are going to study. Now, this is one centriole and this is the other centriole. The centriole pairs we have, okay. Then it contains the microtubules. The centriole which is present inside the centrosome is made up of microtubules. Next one is, it is located near the nucleus. Yes, it would be located near the nucleus, and later on when the nucleus dissolves during the mitotic division or meiotic division, it is separated, it goes to the periphery, to the two ends of the cell. It functions in cell division. They produce spindle fibers which moves the chromosomes during cell division, and plant cells don't have centrosomes. Okay, enough said about centrosome. Next is, come to the doublet. This is how the doublet looks like. Okay, not the doublet, this is how the pair of centriole looks like. This is one centriole, this is other centriole. One is being termed as mother centriole, the other one is daughter centriole. Now I hope you know the terms distal and proximal. Distal is something which is far away and proximal it is the nearer part. Now supposedly my body has the central axis. This part, because it could go far away, this is known as distal end and this would be proximal end because it is closer to the central axis, and in this way we have the distal ends and we have the proximal ends. Now supposedly we have like this. This is how the centrioles are arranged. Now what you would see is that at one end it would be the proximal distal end which is far from the central axis of the centrosome, and one would be closer. So that is what we are having over here. Both the centrioles, they are having the proximal ends which are at 90 degree, which are perpendicular to each other, and they are present towards the central axis, means more close to the central axis of centrosome, and we have distal ends. And at the distal ends we have distal appendages which are present, there are subdistal appendages which are present, they could be present or they could not be present, and we have microtubule triplets. Okay, these triplets are connected to each other by interconnecting fibers. Now this is not quite clear. For this we have to see the structure of each centriole. So supposedly we are picking one centriole and seeing its ultrastructure under an electron microscope. So this is what it would appear like. Now the circle, each circle is a microtubule which are arranged together. This is a microtubule triplet. You can ignore this, that what is this muscle of pericentriolar space. As I told you, the centrosome is made up of centriolar space and the centrosome, sorry, not the centriole. The centriole is made up of pericentriolar space and the centrosome, centrioles, two centrioles which are present. So we have this pericentriolar space over here. Inside each centriole, if we observe it under electron microscope, supposedly this was the centriole and I am observing it like this. Okay, this is how it would look like. There are 9 microtubule triplets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. 9 triplets, Y triplets, 1, 2, 3. You see 3 microtubules which are present. Now try to recall what was the diameter of microtubules. It was 25 nanometer. Alpha tubulin and beta tubulin subunits were present. So the heteropolymer microtubules are present over here. Now each microtubule is termed as ABC, starting from the inside. If we have to start from the central point, the innermost is A and the outermost is C. This C is linked to the A of other triplet by an AC linker, or we call it CA connective. You can call it AC linker or you can call it CA connective. What you see over here is that, if I have to tell you, this is the central hub as we call it. This hub is not having any microtubule. Unlike that, we had 2 microtubules in the case of flagella. The hub is not having any microtubule. Over here it is empty. Okay, this looks like a cartwheel structure. As we can see, cartwheel is the structure. And how it forms the cartwheel? Because the innermost microtubule is termed as A, B and C. Similar would be A, B, C, A, B, C, and each A is connected or it is linked to the next one, that is the successive C, by an AC linker. Now we had seen in the previous slide that there were interconnecting fibers over here. What are those interconnecting fibers? Those interconnecting fibers are nothing but these CA linkers which are present, which connect the microtubules so that the cartwheel structure is formed. Now we have radial fibers. Each A part, A microtubule, is connected to the central hub by, that is a rod like structure, that is the hub. It is connected to the A part, that is A microtubule of the triplet, by a radial fiber, and a cartwheel structure is formed. This is the ultrastructure of the centriole that we study, and each centriole, 2 centrioles perpendicularly arranged form a centrosome. Now this is the simplest representation. You can imagine it very well that each circle would not be like this, a simple whole solid circle. It would be instead microtubules, many tubulins which would be arranged like this. you can imagine this diagram in similar way, but instead of these solid circles, you can imagine them in this form, that is the microtubules would be arranged in such a way, each microtubule would be such instead of the solid circles which are formed, a solid boundary it is given, not the solid circles that we have. So, the microtubules would be present, there would be connectives and the cartwheel like structure is being formed. So, this is all about centriole we have to learn. What you have to learn proper is that the difference that the centriole's ultrastructure and flagella's ultrastructure is having, that in the case of centriole we have 9 plus 0 arrangement where 9 represents a microtubular triplet, while in the case of flagella it is 9 plus 2 arrangement where the central hub has 2 microtubules and 9 over here represents a doublet of microtubules. So, this is all about centriole that you have to understand, and you have to learn the functions of centriole as well, and you have to learn it from the comparative terms as well, from the comparative term point of view as well, so that you can very well distinguish between the ultrastructures of flagella and the